Nope. Nope, nope. And we're dead. Alright, it's time. What time? Van time. Anyway, yes, I'm making a van. I'm gonna stick with my Pixel brand. I'm gonna try to make this thing as fuel efficient as possible. Try to kind of compete or outdo the new Toyota Sienna van. While that one has a hybrid system in it, which we cannot do with automation as of yet. If we'll ever be able to, I don't know. But I'm gonna do what I can to make this thing have the best MPG possible. So, that in mind, I'm also going to go with the idea of has a little bit of aftermarket work done to it for this particular model. Maybe something a little bit unusual. We're going to go partial carbon fibers. So, like carbon fiber hood, maybe a carbon fiber roof, and, little bits. Monocoque, light AHS steel. Front transverse, it is going to be front-wheel drive. It's a van, and pretty much all vans that at least I'm aware of are front-wheel drive. Struts and multi-link. We want some comfort in there. So, inline 4, again, like the new Sienna has. Huge change from the V6 that most vans have almost always had. ALSI material for the block because I want it to be lightweight, and automation means better fuel efficiency by a long shot. I want to go for about a 2.1 liter, I think. There we go. Dual overhead cam, 5 valve, and of course ALSI. Harmonic dampener, cast crank, lightweight, and low friction cast. It's very important. Doesn't need to rev very high. If I can get over 7,000 RPM, that'd be fantastic. Drop that down a bit. Drop this way down. We don't need that. And 69. Nice. Okay, moving on. We'll have a turbo. I'm going to go with the Smart Boost. I'm not going to touch anything, because once we finish off the engine, I'll come back and I'll throw the preset onto it and work from there. Direct injection, single, standard low is, from what I've found so far, to be the best for getting efficiency out of the engine. We will run it on premium fuel. Turn the fuel mix all the way down. Bring that down just a touch. And we'll set that there for now. And turbo short cast, bypass, high flow, reverse, and I guess straight through. Okay, so pistons aren't happy. Looks like we're getting that 7,000 RPM red line that I had hoped for. Back to the turbo, we'll slap the Eco preset on it. And look at that, we have so much more octane to play with. Fuel efficiency is already over 25%, which is fantastic. Let's see if I can get a little bit more out of the turbo. Bringing that up a little bit helps. I know it seems kind of strange, but when I was testing, it made a big difference. Bring that a little bit. Interesting that things are starting to give it a massive, well, maybe not that massive, big old intercooler. I don't know why things have started to die so quickly on this one. It didn't when I was messing around to see what I could actually do with a van body earlier. So let's bring the compression up. What is angry? Turbo has exceeded mechanical stress. Use a larger turbo, larger turbine. Well, our fuel efficiency is fantastic so far. But something just doesn't seem right. I swear I got more out of this the last time I tried. I don't know. But we'll round this off. Again, it doesn't need to have a massive amount of horsepower. It's going to be a van. It's going to be driven by moms and grandmas, and it's not going to be a race car at the end of the day. That's not what we're going for here. We're going to go for this body style, front-wheel drive, and weirdly, yes, it's going to be a manual because manual transmissions are, in fact, better for fuel efficiency and automation. Drag up the final drive way the hell up there, crank up the spacing, we'll give it a fancy LSD, why not? Radial, hard long life, because again, they are better for fuel efficiency. Pull these out. Yeah, we will go nice and big in the front, not that big in the rear. Yeah, we'll go like that. I know it's a weird setup for front-wheel drive, but you'll understand why in a minute. Bring that all the way up, and bring the profile all the way down. I know, again, it looks ridiculous, but it helps with getting MPG for whatever reason. Massive rims and a low profile make the game happy, so that's what we're going to do. We'll go one piston, we'll do something like that, and we'll just throw tiny little drums on the rear, I guess. Flow optimized. Cooling flaps used to do a thing for MPG, but they no longer do, so I'm not going to bother with them. We don't need cooling airflow. Car will be fine without it. I want to keep as many seats in here as possible, so we're going to go 4 full, 2 half seats. And we'll go with a standard interior and premium infotainment. Sure, why not? Electric, traction control, ABS, and just... yeah, we're just going to go ahead and do that. Save a little bit of money, save a little bit of weight. Advanced safety, probably what we're going to stick with, and nothing fancy for suspension. Alright, so right off the bat, we are at 58.6 miles per gallon from a van. I'm sure there's more in it. I could probably get it over 60 if I really fiddled around with things. I may just end up doing that. But we're at about 150 horsepower, a little over 3,000 pounds. And it's a bit expensive, but I mean, that probably has a lot to do with the fact I threw carbon fiber onto this thing, because, well, carbon ain't cheap. So for about $48,000, you can have an incredibly fuel-efficient little van to take the kids to school in. Manual transmission, make Dad happy so he can have a little bit of fun while driving it, feel like a race car driver, because you know how that manual transmission just screams race car no matter what you put it in. You gotta have it. It's that weird dick measuring contest people like to have. Oh, I know how to drive with a manual. You don't. Congratulations, dude. Alright. So, I think it's about that time for a little bit of design work, and I have no idea what I'm going to do with this thing. Obviously, it's going to be modern. But beyond that, I don't really know. So, I'm just going to throw some stuff at this, and I shall give you an update in a moment.
A few moments later.
Alright, so here's where I am at with it so far. Kind of got the general layout of how I think I want stuff to look. A couple of vents, going to have some lights in here, obviously headlights, big old grill, because all modern vans seem to have just a massive fucking grill in them. And, you know, just a little bit of bodywork pieces. Here's a little thing for you. If you want to add lips to the front of your car and not have them be functional or give any kind of downforce or cause drag or anything, use these pieces. They're in the grill section. It's this one right here. Fantastic little piece, works wonderfully for these little bodywork details. At least I think so. I was shown this by another far more skilled designer than myself, so I kind of stole it from him. But I don't think he'll mind. But shh, don't tell him. So yeah, that's where I'm at, and I'm gonna keep going. Give you an update in a bit.
A little later.
All right, there it is. Front end is done, and I don't hate it. Usually I do, but not this time. I'm actually okay with how the front of this van is looking. Doesn't really scream minivan when you look at it from the front. It actually looks more sporty and aggressive than the key car did, and that was supposed to be a sports car. But I digress. It's done on the front. I love it. So I guess off to the rest of the van now. So, you know the drill. I'm going to do some stuff. I'll show you what I did. And yeah, I'll be back. Alright, and here it is. The Pixel Breeze, as I've decided to call it. It's a van. What more can I say about it? It does all the things that vans do. It's got doors. 2 of them slide. It's got roof rack on the roof for roof things. It's got a possibly slightly overdone front end on it. It's got 4 wheels. It's got wheel covers. It's ready to go. So, I'm going to take it over into Beam, and I'm going to take it for a couple laps around the test track, and then throw it down a hill, and see how it handles both. So I will see you in Beam in a few moments. Alright, and here we are at BeamNG Drive at the West Coast test track that I forget the name of yet again. It's the little short course that I did in the last one, be the one that I go to from here on out. And we have the Pixel Breeze. Again, exported out very nicely. Even less issues than the last car had, the key car. So, let's see how the Karen Mobile does around a racetrack. I'm expecting it to not do very well. But maybe it'll surprise me. You never know. Alright, a little bit of understeer. I could be down to the very terrible tires that this thing has on it. Oh boy. Did we get that checkpoint? Okay, here we go again. Yeah, this thing does not drive very well. It just, wallows around, I think would be the best word to use to describe the way this thing handles. There we go, that was better. It's almost like vans aren't meant to be taken around racetracks. You know, who would have guessed that one? And please ignore my terrible shifts. I'll remember eventually that I'm supposed to be doing things with the gears. It's only in this game that I seem to forget that I have to change gears. Every other racing game I play, I drive with a manual transmission and I have absolutely no problems. But in Beam, nope. Oh boy. Yeah, this thing's not meant for the track. Not at all. Yeah. It has, chunder steer. Because it's heavy. And that's why it doesn't turn. Chunder. I wish I was smart enough to say that I made that up myself, but I didn't. You know where it's from, you know where it's from. I'm referencing a, oh boy. Alright, there we go. Oh my god, please, just turn. I know you're heavy, but just do the thing. Do the thing when the wheels change direction. Just go where I'm telling you to go. I don't know what I was expecting with this thing. I really don't. It doesn't like to slow down. It doesn't like to turn. Doesn't like to do anything fun. Okay, that wasn't half bad. I was all out of shape for this corner, but hey, I took that one pretty well. I'm trying to find anything good about this thing. Anything at all. Well, anything good about the way it drives. Because there isn't much. Alright, so yeah, it's 6 seconds slower than a car with 64 horsepower. There you go. That tells you what you need to know about the performance index on this thing. Not good. Don't take it on a track. It's just not going to be a good time. But now it's time to go and throw it down a giant hill and see how well it can do with that. Maybe a little better. It's got a softer suspension than the key car had. That could help. But I don't know. We'll see in a moment. Alright, and here we are on Crash Hard 2.0 at the top of the massive slope. Ready to send the van to its downhill death, because I doubt this thing is going to do very well at this. I could be wrong, but I have my doubts. Imagine how terrifying it would be to go this fast in a van. Like, we're about to break 200 miles an hour in this thing. And it's still accelerating on its own as well. Like, oh, this is gonna be bad. I mean, even if this didn't happen, this run wouldn't count because it bounced out of the way of the ramp. So, we go again. And we're off. I'm hoping this thing can do it. I think it'd be just hilarious if this thing can survive this better than the key car did. I like to hit that jump to see if my idea on this thing having softer suspension is worth anything on this particular map or not. Just bounces around so much. Oh, that was good. No, no, no. I take that back. Take that back. And crunch. Well, there's your problem. Oh, it's so sad. Poor fan had a stroke. Alright, last attempt. Here we go. Will it make it? Like I said, I doubt it. Maybe we'll at least get a spectacular crash out of it this time. See how far down the side of the mountain we can go, since it doesn't want to go down this part of the mountain. That was a smooth jump. That was really smooth. When we get to this part where the problems start for it. Nope. Nope, nope. And we're dead. One car. Oh. Anybody want to count how many cartwheels that thing just did? Into a barrel roll. And more cartwheels. Oh, and down the side of the mountain we go. Well, on that total disappointment, as this thing tumbles its way down the mountain, I'm going to end this video here. If you like it, let me know. Leave a comment. I'm open to suggestions for things to build. Anything you want to see me throw down the side of a mountain, let me know. Lay down there, maybe subscribe, leave a like, and I'll talk to y'all later.